Lindsay, you're going to show us how to make this amazing bread from Jack Dusty's. Folks, that's like the best bread, I think, in town, if not the world.
Well, absolutely, but I'm totally biased, so I can't say that. But yes, it's amazing, and we go through a ton of it a day. And you know, the whole story, have you heard the story? Because when people come in, they're supposed to hear the story of the Jack Dusty brown bread.
Enlighten me and enlighten everybody else.
So 16th century British royal ships were, all the sailors on the board, they were jack of all trades, right? Because they had to be able to do everything, so they were deemed Jack. And then the one who made the bread was Jack Dusty. So he was covered in flour from the dust. And he wasn't really cool because of the bread part. Like, I like to say he was, but he wasn't. It was because he also controlled the grog, or the daily shift drink, on board. So if you control the food and the shift drink, you are like amazing.
The man, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it's named Jack Dusty.
Interesting.
And that's a cool story. This particular bread has lots of different flavors from the Caribbean. We've got 1/4 cup of molasses. This one, we start a little backwards because you always think you put the flour in the bowl first. We're not going to do that today. You put all the liquid ingredients. So we have molasses. We have a whole cup of honey.
Wow.
And the whole recipe's online. I know I'm going to go through this fast. We have 5 whole eggs that are going to go in here. I'm a mom, so I love anything that you can like dump into a bowl all at once and make happen and get interrupted 5 times, and it still comes out amazing every time. So I'm going to put, and this was 2½ cups of buttermilk, and get yourself some good buttermilk. Don't get, you know, something that's really liquidy or watery.
Now, what defines good buttermilk?
Full fat.
Okay, full fat.
Full fat. Don't go to the reduced fat.
All the way?
If you can get out to one of the farms out east to get something fresh, I mean, do it.
Oh wow.
Absolutely. Or
it
even
really makes that much of a difference.
I think it does. I mean, the fat content, it always does. So it's an amazing thing if you get good buttermilk or even fresh. So now we're going to put all the dry ingredients on top of this. This is 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour.
Wow.
This is 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. 2 cups all-purpose flour. See, this is the really technical baking aspect here, where you just dump it into a bowl.
This is wonderful. This is great.
That was 1 cup of polenta. It's actually like a rough ground corn. It's what gives it that great Jack Dusty brown bread texture.
Wow.
And 2 whole cups of rye flour. So we have rye, whole wheat, polenta, eggs, buttermilk. We have all the good stuff. We tried to use some hints of things that were carried in the Caribbean at the time, so that it's really a nice blend of bread. But what did we forget? What's not in this yet?
Well, I've got this here, this baking spray.
Rum.
The rum.
We haven't put rum in it yet.
Where's the rum?
But see, when you bake rum, all the liquor cooks out. So we actually serve the brown bread with a nice rum butter that's got a little bit of salt and lots of reduced rum in it. So it's this amazing, amazing flavor. So we've got our brown bread mix. See how nice that came together?
Yeah,
I didn't even have to try.
it was liquidy, now it's very thick.
We have that. So we have got to spray our cans. This is a standard bean can of any kind from the grocery store. You give it a really good spray. You can't be shy. You want to try it?
I will try it.
I mean, like a lot. Yeah, there you go.
Good? Okay.
And I'm a big on portion, so I've got my fancy ice cream scoop here. I'm going to give it 2 scoops. In the can, you put this right into the oven. Takes about 25, 28 minutes, depending on how well your oven bakes. And you've got your Jack Dusty brown bread. It's that easy. When I pull it out of the oven.
And this is the final product here, huh?
This is the final product. It bakes up beautifully in the can. You just take a little knife. See if it's going to let it come out. Nope, it's not today. You got to get it really good and down in there. You take your knife out of the can, you serve it with your rum butter. There, it wants to come now. I just wanted to make me look bad for a while.
Well, we'll spare everyone from eating this on our commercial break, but thank you so much, Lindsay. This looks wonderful.
So much.
Looks like a fairly easy recipe, and you can find this recipe and more if you go to the dining section on our website at mysuncoast.com. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back. Give me one of those, please.